Hi, we're back. Thanks for staying with us. I'm joined now by Tom Djokovic. He is the CEO of XSNX Incorporated. XSNX is their stock symbol. Tom, always good to see you.
It's great to be back, Don. Thanks.
Now, it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since we reinitiated coverage of your company. I know you've got some exciting new news for us. Tell us about it.
Well, Don, we've finished assembling the evaporation chamber, and we've gone through a calibration process, which was completed last week. And now this week, actually, Robert, our chief scientist, began actually doing co-evaporation runs, which means he's actually mixing both the copper, indium, gallium, they selenide all into one mixture, which creates the actual solar absorber. So, and co-evaporation is the core, the root, we think, the advantage of our process. And so he's actually starting to produce CIGS membranes. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll hope to start producing some very good devices, announcing some good results, and then move towards producing a full-size solar cell using that process here in the near future.
So we're really talking about a quantum leap forward in solar technology. And this is beginning to look like the missing link that we've all been searching for as far as the efficiency of solar, correct?
Well, in many ways, yes. But the technology we're using isn't really brand new. Co-evaporation's been around for quite some time. How it's applied is what's different, and it's essentially we're building a better mousetrap. Give you an example here with co-evaporation. This is a sample of a solar cell with the grid bars. These actually collect the electricity, and this is on top of what's called a conductive layer, which is transparent. And we're doing a lot of work with this as well. One of the advantages to co-evaporation is it produces a low current, high voltage absorber, which means that this kind of goldish top contact, it's a semi-transparent conductive, can be very, very, very thin. And the key word here is semi-transparent. So the thinner you make it, that means more light can go through it. The thicker you make it, less light goes through it. Some of our competitors are using what's called a dry sputtering process. It's the opposite. It's a high current, low voltage. It requires a much thicker top conductor, which means less light goes through. And you see these two big bars here? These are bus bars that help carry electricity off the solar cell. Typically, a dry sputtering process requires 3 of these. These are just like shadows. They prevent those areas of the solar cell from actually producing electricity. This is very important and creates an advantage because there's incremental advantages in everything. Another thing, we're on stainless steel, which reduces breakage. Some people use glass, small glass wafers. They break easily. We just met with a potential licensee of our technologies who currently uses silicon, and that's the thing. We believe this is a drop-in replacement for silicon. Wow. They have over an 8% loss in their factory to breakage throughout their entire assembly process because the silicon is so brittle. 8%. We can completely eliminate that with this, which adds to the value of this as a replacement for silicon.
Now, you mentioned your competitors. You've mentioned a couple of advantages that your system has. What would you say is the main advantage of your system versus the others out there?
Well, the main advantage is we're coupling co-evaporation, which is proven to produce the highest efficiencies, and it allows us to go from where this technology currently is today in factories, which is around 10–11%, in some instances a little higher, and we have an upper limit that's closer to 20%. So that puts us on par with silicon. Okay, and co-evaporation is the only technique that's going to deliver that. Dry sputtering will never do it. Fundamental science has proven that will never ever occur with dry sputtering techniques. Number 2, we reduced the size of the manufacturing area to a very small wafer, one at a time, but in multiple processing zones. That's very important. It's a lesson learned by the hard disk drive industry. When they went to smaller individual substrates, we all know the quality and cost of hard drives has gone up. Quality gone up, cost has gone down. We believe we could apply some of those same efficiency metrics to the solar cell. So those advantages, we think, really are going to allow us to jump out ahead of the competition, offer a true replacement, reduces breakage, matches the conversion efficiencies, and can be produced at a lower cost as a replacement for silicon. And I don't think anyone else in the market right now is offering that. There's some similar techniques that want to get here, but no one's doing it this way.
You know, it's amazing. We've been following your company for a few years now, and I've interviewed you a number of times. Never have I seen you so enthusiastic about what you folks are doing.
Because we're getting close, Don.
Yeah, I mean, I see it in your eye when you're talking. I hope it comes across on television. Right. Again, XSNX, the stock symbol's XSNX. Tom, if people can go to the website, get more information?
Absolutely.
Yeah, xsnx.com?
Yes, that's our website.
Again, XSNX, XSNX. Tom, always a pleasure having your program. Thanks.
Great being back.